What's going on, everybody? It's your boy mel.on.mars. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is Tuesday, and every Tuesday we do an athletics topic video. And today is no different. We're going to go into the 5 reasons that the Cowboys will make the Super Bowl. If you didn't watch last week, guys, I encourage you to go back and watch it. I did the 5 reasons they will not make the Super Bowl. Very interesting video. I encourage you to go check it out. Number 1, Ezekiel Elliott will lead the league in rushing. When I say lead the league in rushing, I mean he will get anywhere from 1,800 to 2,000 yards. And I really foresee that happening. I know you say Travis Frederick is out. Zach Martin got a bum knee. Tyron Smith got a hamstring or whatever he has. Lyle Collins got a bum ankle. And Connor Williams is too small. I deeply understand you saying that, by all means. But this is what I see. I see an offensive line who has small injuries, besides Travis Frederick, and Connor Williams, who will get better as the season goes on. But more than anything, I see a beast in the backfield who is 100% in shape this year, 100% distraction free, and he's a man on a mission. A man that's focused on getting what's just due for him. Have you guys noticed that there's several commercials with running backs on there? You see Jay Ajayi, see Todd Gurley. These guys are getting the commercials that really belong to Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel was a 4th overall pick. He plays for America's team. You don't think these sponsors would love to have Ezekiel Elliott? The big personality, the big hair, coming from the big school, Ohio State. They would love this guy. But unfortunately, the incident he had last year has taken away all of that sponsorship. So, hopefully, he can have an amazing year and get the money he deserves. But more than anything, he will be the dominant player that he was in 2016, even more, because year 3 for running backs normally is a big time uptick. And then there's no Dez Bryant to force feed. There's nobody on the outside that has to have their 8 to 10 targets a game. So this is gonna feed Zeke even more. I believe in the receivers, but I'm saying there's no dominant receiver. So Zeke is going to get the ball, point blank. Number 2, the defense has to be top 10. Top 10, meaning in scoring. Top 10 scoring defense. They got to keep teams between 17 and 23 points a game, I believe. I believe this defense is set and anchored to make a long run. I believe they're deep at positions where they were not deep in last year and years before, at linebacker and defensive end. But I believe if those defensive tackles and the safeties that we have can stay healthy, they, some of the best in the league. Tyrone Crawford back at the 3 technique where he flourished and got the original money that he has. Got Malik Collins coming off his injury. Then we got Antoine Woods backing up those guys, and I just feel very confident in what the Cowboys are doing on the defensive front, the linebackers, and the secondary. I think Chidobe Awuzie, he's about to be a star. He's a ball hawk. He's somebody who's not afraid of anything. He's a stocky, big corner. And I think he's going to be able to challenge the Odells, the Julios, the Devontae Adams. I mean, everybody on the schedule. It's going to be a tough schedule now. I believe they're going to be able to hold up their own, and especially with a pass rush like we're going to have, it's just going to be even better for the cornerbacks to make plays on the ball. And then we got the great Jeff Heath to clean up anything that they don't do. Number 3, you got to continue to be road warriors. So a lot of people don't pay attention to the Cowboys schedule and just the seasons overall that they have. A lot of people just always look at the end of the season and just complain about who the Cowboys are and what they're never going to be again. Listen, the Cowboys have been phenomenal on the road for a long time. Just taking the last 2 seasons, 2017, they went 9-7. They went 5-3 on the road, which is amazing. And then in 2016, they went 7-1. What was that one loss? Against Philly, the last game of the season, where all the starters sat down halfway through the game. And the reason being is because their game translates on the road. When you run the ball first, when you're a run-first team, and you play sound defense where you don't give up big plays, you can win on the road. Not only can you win on the road, you can win big games. And then win in cold weather cities. When everybody's healthy and the team is led by Zeke, I mean, that could be anybody. I mean, we always say we got a tough schedule, which we definitely do. But the other team, when the Cowboys are on the schedule, we got a tough schedule too. They got to play us too. That's how I look at it. Cowboys are a great team. I'm sorry. They got to put it all together, but they got some great talent. And the teams do not want to see that blue star coming to their stadium. Dak Prescott has to have single-digit interceptions. In 2017, he had 13. In 2016, he had 4, which we all know. But even last year, guys, he had about 4 or 5 picks that went right off a guy's hands. So if you subtract that from the 13 he had, he still was in single digits. And the times he threw those interceptions all came in losses. The Green Bay game comes to mind, Denver game, the Eagles, San Diego. I mean, you think about those losses, you think about those batted balls that went off people's hands and became interceptions. They turned the game around. And I believe Dak is altogether a careful quarterback, which I like. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really like gunslingers that much. I love Tony Romo, but I loved him more starting 2014 when he was such a gunslinger. I couldn't stand Brett Favre, Jeff George. I couldn't stand people who supposedly got big arms. They try to fit things in too many windows. Case in point, Pat Mahomes. All the fantasy people who got him and went crazy over him. You're gonna lose a lot of points on them interceptions this year. Just a little footnote from mel.on.mars fantasy. But Dak has to have single digits as low as possible. He has to go back to 2016 where he didn't take that many risks. I like that. And I think Jason Garrett likes that. I think I know Scott Linehan likes that. They like somebody who's gonna do what the coach calls and gonna throw the ball to the open player, not try to force things. And so Dak admits that he did force things. He got out of who he was last year. I believe he tried to live up to what people was challenging him. Not people saying he not he not somebody who can throw the ball down the field, and all that. He tried to prove them wrong. But this year, I believe he's gonna take those shots when they're there. But primarily, we're gonna work Beasley again. We're gonna work Allen Hurns on these slants. Terrence Williams again. We're gonna get to these Lasara tight ends. We're gonna do what we need to do to push the ball down the field methodically. We're not looking for big plays. Big plays gonna come from number 21 back there. And then number 5, no distractions. I mean, no distractions. Last year, guys, was a horrible, horrible season when it comes to distractions, and they still went 9-7. That's crazy. That just blows my mind. That team was destined for 3-13. As much as distractions they had. They had the national anthem controversy. If you guys don't remember, that thing was horrible. I mean, guys, people literally, the team was separated for a couple weeks based on that. Some of the players didn't like Jerry's comments. They wanted to protest. We got a couple rebels on the team. So yeah, it was bad. Then we had the Zeke. That's the main thing. The Zeke suspension, no suspension, all the first half of the season, and then he actually gets suspended for 6 games. We had David Irvin that was suspended. He had his annual suspension. And he's suspended again this year. And that's what we need. We need to avoid any suspensions. It's going to be hard. Because David Irvin already suspended. When he come back, you never know what he's going to do if he comes back. And then we got Randy Gregory. We got the media who's going to every week be in this guy's face trying to ask him how he feels. Have you been smoking? Are you sneaking out? So it's going to be very hard for this team to avoid distractions and just stay focused on the season. I believe they can. It's going to be tough. It's going to take some real willpower. I think Randy Gregory is a very, very intelligent young man. He just got to be able to stay focused when the success hits. When he get a 3-sack game and everybody calling your name saying how great you are, that's when people who have been self-sabotagers normally slip back into their old ways. Case in point, me. But I'm just saying, it's easy to slip back in your old ways when things are going great. So hopefully Randy Gregory don't have to go through that. Hopefully everything Zeke went through and everything he did in the past stays in the past. We got a couple other knuckleheads that hopefully can keep their head on the swivel and keep this thing going. But those are the 5 reasons, guys, I believe the Cowboys will make the Super Bowl. Guys, I know this is just telling you how the season's going to go, but I believe if they do these 5 things, it will create momentum going to the playoffs. If they have to play Minnesota, Philly, Green Bay in the first round, or whatever the case may be, I believe they'll be able to pass by them on the road. I'm not afraid of anybody. I think the Cowboys are built to win now. They're built to win for the long term, being their team so young, but this is the season has to happen. Because after this year, the Cowboys have to really consider paying Zeke and Dak a year early. So this is your boy mel.on.mars. Let me hear in the comment section what you think about the Cowboys making the Super Bowl, Cowboys being successful this year. What do you believe that their record would be? And if you're not a Cowboy fan, what you think about your team? Are you excited about the season that's to come? It starts in 2 more days. What do you believe your team's record is going to be? Let me hear from you. And as always, let's grow.